This is Voices for Learning, where we help you grow your voiceover business. I'm Susan Fouché. Thanks for joining me. Today, I want to give you a tip about how to win more auditions on ACX. Despite anything you may have heard, anything, here is one tip that you always have to remember. You are a voice actor. So whatever you do, whatever you read, whatever audition it is, let it come from your heart. And if you'll do that, you will win more auditions. You will get yourself to the top of the short list, at least, if you allow it to just come from your heart. Sometimes as voice actors, we want to let our words and the way we say our words guide the emotions, and it should be the other way around. We let our emotions and how we're feeling guide our words. Let me say that again. We allow our emotions to guide our words. It's not the other way around. So I was looking at auditions on ACX, and let me go to titles accepting auditions. And this is kind of a little interesting one right here. It's called Hope You Don't Get Famous. And it's a small, little teeny tiny book. It's less than an hour long. The project budget is $200 to $400. And it is open to both males and females who have an general American accent. So this particular author is going to get a ton of auditions. Many auditions. And how in the world are you going to stand out? You stand out with your heart. You stand out by letting your emotions come through. In his little synopsis of the book, he talks about heartbreak, leaving a gaping hole in your heart. Well, we've all had heartbreak. It's a human condition. This author is a man, but we've all had heartbreak. We all know what it feels like. Let that come through. Just let it come through in your audition, and it will put you at the top. So definitely just don't worry about how you sound. Just let it come from the heart. And here's just a couple extra tips, like, here, there, besides that, like, how do you decide, can I even do this? Is this something that my heart can handle? Is this something that, like, I'm going to be able to relate to and is relevant to my voice? Well, ACX makes it so simple for you to research this title. And the way that we research the title, of course, is we read everything that the author gives us, and then we also check it out on Amazon with this handy dandy link. And every single book that you ever audition for, you need to go here and you need to read everything on this Amazon page. Read everything about it. Look inside. Read everything that is offered to you, including the reviews. 69 ratings. This author has sold quite a bit of these books. If he's gotten 69 ratings, that means that, only a certain percentage are actually rating it. Many more people have read it and have not rated it. So this book is a well-read book, and it's got 4 stars. That's a really good rating. So read everything that you have here. And just make sure that it's going to be relevant to you. And if it is, when you audition, when you start recording with your microphone, let your heart speak. So that's research. Another part of research, which is a kind of a no-brainer, is just making sure that you look up any words that you need to know how to pronounce. Remember, we're trying to get you to the top of the list. And if you have mispronounced words, that's just automatic out. I mean, if an author has 200 to 300 auditions to listen to, they can be very picky. And they can say, well, if the narrator mispronounces a word, I'm just going to cast him out because I have so many great auditions to listen to. So make sure you do research, make sure that it's relevant to you, but also make sure that you do just the basic research of pronouncing everything correctly. Another tip that I wanted to give you about how to get to the top of the list, how to win more auditions, is to follow the directions. And I noticed one little thing here that I thought was really interesting. The author is asking, well, first of all, he says right away, please read carefully before submitting audition. Read it. And the author is saying he's looking for a soft, sultry voice, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but what that would mean to me is that you're going to put your mouth close to the microphone and really have an intimate sound. Let your heart speak. You don't have to get loud. Let it just be a constant, emotional, authentic voice. The author is also asking for soft music played in the background. He says, I'm a fan of it. So I guess that means that if I were to audition for this, I would find some royalty-free music and I would put it in the background, put the volume down really low, and make sure that the piano is relevant, that it's a soft, kind of melancholy, romantic kind of sound. If you don't know how to do this, this is a great time to learn how to do it. Just look up, Google royalty-free music, learn how to download it, pay for it. It's very cheap. Pay for it, and then learn how to loop it. It's not hard at all. And once you figure out how to do it, that's a skill that you can use in other places. The second to the last sentence that he says in the directions is, I am open to any accents as long as you can convey the emotions in the script. So this author is looking for people, narrators who can just speak from the heart. I promise he's not looking for a golden voice. He's looking for a voice that sounds authentic and real and original and organic. Give it to him. The last sentence is, I'm looking forward to listening to your audition and seeing how you channel the emotions in your work. So channel it. Channel that heartbreak. Give it to him. Give him everything you got. Here's also just like a little tip. When you name your audition, make sure that you put your name in the audition file name. So like my name's Susan Fouché, I would put my name Fouché and then maybe like the word audition. So he knows if he goes back to it and say, oh, look, it's the audition. And then maybe the name of the title of the book or the name of the author. But make sure that your name and audition are in that. And if you put in the author, that's just as good because it will help you find it. If you years from now you say like, I think I auditioned for this guy. Let me look and see. Yes, I did. So that's just kind of just a little bonus tip. My third thing that I want to tell you about auditions and getting yourself to the top of the list, especially in these cases where an author has many auditions to cull through, is you do not need to slate anything. And I know sometimes it is that like, do we slate our name? Do we not slate our name? I would say in this case, don't. I mean, maybe if you just did your name and that's it, just do your name or not. But just go right into it. Just go right into the audition. If you want to slate something at the end, maybe. But a lot of times what narrators I'm seeing what they're doing is they're saying things like, hi, my name is Susan Fouché and I'm auditioning for Hope You Don't Get Famous, Poetry and Prose. This book is really speaking to me and I am a victim of heartache and I love and I've lost. And they just want to go on and on and on and on. I guarantee you the author is just going to forward into the middle of your audition. So just go right into it. You don't need to slate. Maybe your name, maybe not. Remember, this author, try to put yourself in the author's shoes. This author's going to get a ton of auditions. Think about how you would feel if you had to listen to the same beginning sentence over and over and over and over and over again. Just let them hear it, right into it, get into it. It's a nice thing to do. It's being considerate. We want to be as professional as possible and we want to follow industry standards. So, having some weird slate at the beginning, don't do it. It just makes you look kind of unprofessional. If you want to say anything here on the audition part, you can put in a message. But honestly, if I were the author and I were in the author's shoes, I would want to see something that's just extremely professional and just oozes professionalism and competency. Maybe like your contact information, your name, your email address, your website, your phone number, maybe your physical address, whatever. But I wouldn't, and maybe your tagline, but you don't need to put in a whole bunch of stuff like, when I was 16, I got my heart broken. When I was 21, this happened. When I was 30, this happened. The author's probably not really going to read it because they've got so many to go through and so many to listen to. Just be professional. That's all you need to do. Let any message that you want to give to the author, just let it come through your voice. Let it come from your heart. Channel your emotions. There you go. So, a couple things. How to get to the top of the short list, at least. How to win more auditions, at least get to the top of the short list. Number 1, do your research. Number 2, follow directions. And number 3, just go right into the audition. Don't worry about any extemporaneous stuff. Who I am, why I'm important. Just go into the audition and let that all be encapsulated with your heart. Let your emotions come through your heart. Give them your heart. I'm Susan Fouché, and this is Voices for Learning. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.